We're all familiar with the classic wall sit. Although a good beginner's lower body calisthenics exercise, it's also an exercise that you can easily get used to. And since progressive overload is always key if you want to keep getting stronger, I say once you can hold a double-legged wall sit for maximum a minute, it's time to move on to a more badass advanced variation. The single-leg wall sit. The single-leg wall sit is the best isometric lower body calisthenics exercise that you can incorporate to your routine, and an exercise I've been using for years now to build strong, athletic and muscular legs. Although an isometric exercise, I find that the strength you build with this variation gives you a strong base, which carries over to a lot of other more complex activities, either that's martial arts or my favorite dynamic lower body exercise, uphill sprints. Not only is this a more effective and challenging variation, but it also turns the exercise from bilateral to unilateral, meaning you're training one limb at a time. And since legs are a very common muscle group with big discrepancies in strength, which can also affect other things such as posture and lower back health, training each limb separately can help you balance things out. Although there aren't a lot of things that can change in regards of technique, all you need to do to progress to a single leg wall sit is to place your foot a bit more midline of your body. Other than that and the huge difference in the level of difficulty, there aren't any other really significant changes. Just as with regular wall sits, you want to keep your shoulders and arms loose, ideally hanging on the side of your body, and to keep your opposite leg extended forward. I recommend that you always start with your weaker side and let it define the time you'll be practicing your single leg wall sit for both legs to keep your body more balanced. For example, if your left leg is your weaker one and you can hold more than 25 seconds with it, start with your left leg and hold the same time afterwards with your right leg. I do the same with my prosthetic leg, which has helped me a lot with muscle imbalances caused by my weaker left side. Some other common mistakes are the following. Other than when you're positioning yourself, never cheat the exercise by holding the wall or whatever surface it is that you're leaning against behind you. Another thing to keep in mind is pelvis positioning, since you don't want to leave your pelvis to go into anterior tilt, which leads to hyperextension of the lower back and a gap between your lower back and the wall. So always be careful to keep your lower back flat against the surface you're leaning on, since this will also activate your core, it will instill in you proper postural cues for a healthy spine, and it will keep the exercise as challenging as possible. If in the beginning you find the progression too difficult, you can also cheat the exercise by bringing your body a few degrees higher than parallel until you get stronger. Once you can hold a 90-degree single leg wall sit for 20 seconds, you can progress to 30 seconds. And once that is doable as well, you can of course start by adding more time or weight. But since I like keeping things as bodyweight as possible, I like to progress to mind-to-muscle cues and technical adaptations. For example, if you can hold a 90-degree single leg wall sit for 30 seconds, start practicing the following mind-to-muscle cues. During the last 10 seconds of the set, start pushing as hard as possible from the heel of your foot through the lower back and against the wall as if you're trying to knock it over. Again, it's important to keep your lower back flat against the surface you're leaning on in order to do this right. This way, the exercise becomes a combination of a hollow body hold and a single leg wall sit, firing up your core and maximizing muscle tension in the quads, glutes and hamstrings. No matter how strong you are, learning to practice this mind-to-muscle cue properly will eventually drop you flat on the floor. So that was all. Give the single leg wall sit a try. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I always get back to everyone, especially during the first 24 hours after posting a video. And if you include it in your training arsenal, I promise you that you'll notice the difference within less than 6 weeks. Until next time, keep on training.